You didn't need to speed it up that much. So hey friends, Mario Cavolo here. This is my jazz piano and music video number 2. The moment I turn into Bill Evans and jazz it up, so I'm just doing a quick introduction here right now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the piano. And once we get to the piano, my fingers are a lot more important than my pretty face. And so, like most jazz piano videos that you see on YouTube, we'll move right over there in just a couple minutes. And I'll position the camera above me, looking down at the keyboard so you'll see my hands. What we're going to do in this second video is we're going to break down a tune called Autumn Leaves. What a nice tune. And as a standard, and I'll be doing it in G minor, and this is exactly what we're going to be talking about. I mean, it's not the tune, it's the progression. Right? It's the chord progression. I mean, you're in there with, you've got your G minor, C minor, A minor, 7th with a flat 5 to your D7th, and then back to your G minor. And that's basically the tune. No, sorry, I skipped, first you got your C minor to your F7th, to your B flat major, to your E flat major, then to your A minor 7th, A minor 7th flat 5 to your D, and then back to your G minor. And then your bridge is your F sharp flat 5 to your B7th, and to your G minor, then to your C minor, and then you got the whole transition thing, which is, right, G minor 7 to C 7th, and then F minor 7th to B flat 7th, back to your E flat major, and then your A minor 7th, that flat 5 again, to your D7th, and back to your G, and your song is done. If you play piano, and you play the standards, you know that many tunes are in the same key, and the patterns are very similar. So what you want to become familiar with is these patterns, right? The movement, the movement from E flat major to A minor 7th flat 5, and then to the D7th, and then to the G minor. I mean, that sequence. So what you want to do, I think music is you as a musician, in terms of improvising, getting familiar with all the different things that you can do with that sequence, right? And then number 2 becomes the fact that Autumn Leaves is a standard, and because it's a standard, I'm using it in the sense of saying that it's a song that can be played in many different ways. Here in China, a very famous Chinese musician, performer, does a really nice show up on stage. In fact, he's from Shenyang, Liaoning province, where I live. His name is Lan Lan. And it's a perfectly great example of, you take Autumn Leaves and you start by playing it in a long sweeping crescendos up and down the piano keyboard. And you're playing in a more classical and romantic way, more romantic ballad. And then you transition from there into a swing. Boom, 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 right. So that's a nice transition, and the audience goes, wow, that's so nice. We're going to pop right over to the piano. Very nice. This is my... So, in my mind, with Autumn Leaves, that C minor is really, I think the whole song revolves around this C minor. And there it is right there. So you got C minor, 7th. So the thing in this song, what jazzes it up, is to, you know, play the little blues part where you're playing the fourth sharp and the 5th. So there's your C minor 7th, but so you're including that 4th and sharp 4th into the 5th. Okay. That gets your attention, doesn't it? What a great chord that is. That's C minor 7th. But in the middle there, and the inversions make a difference, right? So this is, I've got my C minor 7th, C minor, but I'm playing the D instead of the C. So I'm playing the 9th, right? But it's right next to the E flat. And then I've got my 7th, my dominant 7th down below. So that's just a beautiful chord. And I don't have a bass player, so I'm going to play the root with my left hand. And then when you octave, right? You know, so you go up you crescendo up, but then octave down. And now here I am again. Here's my E flat, G, B flat, and then there's that 9th on top. So I'm adding the 9th in a lot. And again, why? Well, the song is in G minor, so there's my G minor, right? There's my G minor. So there's a lot of things happening in these chords. The C minor 7th with the D on top, so now it's a C minor 9th, right? And what key is the song in? G minor. Well, there's the G minor. Just take away the bottom 2, and there's the G minor, G, B flat, and D. Okay? Take away the C, take away the E flat. Take away just the C, leave the E flat. And what's this chord? E flat major 7th, right? So you've got 3 chords, C minor 9th, E flat major 7th, and G minor. And they all have these 3 keys in common. So you keep revolving and rotating in and out through those keys. So oops. There's the D minor 7th with the flat D7th, sorry, D7th, but I flatted the 9th. And that's also a diminished, right? E flat diminished, F sharp diminished, but I've got my D in the root, so that makes it a D minor, that makes it a D7 flat 9. And then, of course, from there to the G minor, right? E flat major 7th, right there. That's a big ass chord. E flat, B flat, D, G, B flat, D. See? So it's G minor up on top in the full octave, but I play the 1 and the 5 down below, E flat, B flat, and there's a big fat E flat major chord right there. From there, I'll just drop a half a step and I'll go from there and I'll trill up to the A minor. See that? Let me do that again. And that's to my A minor 7th. Again, I'm still using that E flat, which is now the flat 5 of the A minor. And then I'm back to the D. And obviously, D7th is obviously the 5th of the G minor. to my G minor. The moment I turn into Bill Evans and jazz it up, now, the only thing I just did wrong there was, first of all, it was sloppy. Second of all, I sped it up too much. Pause. Big fat silence. So this is your, you can see it up here, A, G, E flat on top, right? So there's your remnants of what you need, and that's your A minor 7th again with the flat 5 on top to the D 7th. Transitioning to this one particularly unique drop of 4 chords. Okay, so that's your G 7th to C, F minor 7th to B flat 7th, and then your 2 da 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 da. Hope you enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed doing it for you. It's nice to just sit and talk about and explore a tune, and that's what we just did here with Autumn Leaves. Leave your comments down below. Any questions, any ideas that you have, and thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, mash the notification key buttons and all that stuff too. Thanks everybody. Catch you later.